All right, y'all, welcome back to the Mitchell Report, where we tackle some of the wildest stories in the world of sports. And today I have the pleasure of bringing to you one of the most disgusting stories I've heard in sports. I'm talking about the 2000 Paralympic Spanish basketball team scandal. In this Mitchell Report, I'm going to tell y'all a story about clout chasing at its finest. So the Paralympic Games, or Paralympics, is a periodic series of international multi-sport events involving athletes with a range of disabilities. We have both summer and winter Paralympic Games, which since the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul, Korea, are held almost immediately following the respective Olympic Games. All of the Paralympic Games are governed by the IPC, or the International Paralympic Committee. So back in 2013, y'all, a former Spanish basketball boss had been found guilty of fraud 13 years after he had presided over one of the biggest scandals in sport in history. Meet Fernando Martin Vicente, the former head of the Spanish Federation for Mentally Handicapped Sports, fielded athletes with no disabilities at the 2000 Paralympics in Sydney in order to win the damn gold medal. Now, the scandal had broke back in November of 2000 when Carlos Ribagorda, a member of Spain's gold medal winning intellectually handicapped basketball team that played in Sydney, he had claimed that him and other athletes in categories such as like track and field and tennis and swimming were not actually mentally deficient. Of the 200 Spanish athletes at Sydney, at least 15 had no type of physical or mental handicap. They didn't even pass medical or psychological examinations, according to what he had said in a Capital magazine article just days after the Paralympics had ended. Wow. Ribagorda also said he had played for the Spanish Paralympic basketball team for over 2 years, but had no mental handicap. He said the only test he had been asked to complete at his first training session was 6 press-ups, after which his blood pressure was taken, nor did he face an intelligence test when he went to Australia. The final team that they came up with did comprise 2 players with IQs below 70 as required, but the other 10 posed as mentally disabled players with the help of fake medical certifications they were provided with. This is insane. They did all this just to get a gold medal? Like, how low down could you be? So at one point during the first game of the tournament, y'all, when they were leading China by 30, Ribagorda says that the coach of the team told the players, move it down a gear or they'll figure out that you're not disabled. So this was a straight internal scandal. Even the coaches knew that nothing was wrong with some of these players and they was faking it till they made it just to get a gold medal. Now this is how karma bites you in your butt. Check this out. They wind up going on to beat Russia in the finals, right? But their deceit, their scandal became to unravel when a picture of their victory celebration on the basketball court was published by a Spanish sports publication. The readers had started commenting that they recognized some of the players in the picture and had pretty much exposed that them guys wasn't disabled at all. What wound up happening is, man, this is crazy. Martin Vicente, he had resigned as the head of the Spanish Federation, which was responsible for screening some of the participants in the Paralympic Games in Sydney short after the article was dropped, saying that he had accepted total responsibility. The players was ultimately forced to return their medals, and the category of intellectual disabled basketball was removed from Paralympic program after the 2000 Games. 18 other people, including members of the basketball team that went to Sydney and managers of Spanish Federal for Mentally Handicapped Sports, they was also charged over this situation, but the court had ultimately dropped the charges. And it was crazy because Spain had their most successful Paralympics in Sydney. They won 107 medals to finish third in the medal table after Australia and Britain that year. I'm not even going to hold y'all. This might be the wildest story, the most disgusting story that I've ever covered on the Mitchell Report. And when you even look back at all the scandals in the Olympics, from, boycotts to the terrorist attacks in Munich to the Nancy Kerrigan situation, like, we've had a lot of things happen over the years in the Olympics when it comes to controversy and scandals and stuff. But this right here, faking disabilities in order to try to get a gold medal, bro, like, that's the worst of the worst, if you ask me. That is the lowest that you could go. I got a son. I have a 5-year-old that's autistic. How many of y'all got an autistic kid? Shout out to y'all. But how many of y'all got an autistic kid? And just imagine you putting your kid in sports and, he get cheated out of an opportunity because somebody doing stuff like that. Like, I've tried to put myself in their shoes in this type of situation like that, man, and that is heartbreaking. That really could change a lot of motivation and make people feel a way if they got cheated out of, a win, especially when you're dealing with this disabled or just things of that nature. It was just a bad look, and it just goes to show when it comes to like money, accolades and stuff, people will go to the highest levels just to get the clout. Like, no respect. I don't know how you could sleep at night trying to put together a team of players that's not disabled, don't have any type of mental, physical ailments and things like that, and putting them in a Special Olympics for them to win a gold medal, bro. Like, everybody involved need to go to jail for that. Like, I really got to talk to the bosses. Just fines and stuff like that. Your name, your credibility is already shot. But you really need to feel that when you are that low, because again, this is probably one of the most disgusting stories that I've ever heard about, bro. It really took me there. I was really upset. But it's time for you guys to sign off here on the Mitchell Report. What do y'all think about the 2000 Spanish Paralympic team cheating their way to a gold medal? Again, this is the first time that I heard this story, but I had to bring it to you guys because it just blew my mind. Again, I really got to talk to the bosses just to see how the lengths that people will go to chase that clout, to try to get the W, man. And it was just terrible. Just terrible. 7 Mitchell here. This is the Mitchell Report. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you smash that like button. We definitely appreciate the support. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out the playlist that we have on the channel called The Mitchell Report. I actually have 2 playlists now. We got a lot of Mitchell Report stories in the library. So we've been working hard. Thank you guys for checking out all the videos. Let me know what your favorite Mitchell Report story is. We'll get in tune. I'll have you guys next video. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. Peace.